Hello everyone, LD3 back with you for another video. Today we're back in the Golf Club 2, and we're in the Crosstown Golf Club. I believe that's what the name is. It's one of the actual courses that came with the game, not created by an actual player. I kind of wanted to see if they had a Liberty National course after the President's Cup, but they didn't. And then I checked to see the tour course for this week, Silverado Resort. They didn't have that either. So I was just like, might as well play something interesting. And this one actually is pretty interesting. The Crosstown Golf Club, it has all the buildings in the back. That was kind of like the background for the President's Cup. So I was like, why not play this one?
So we're right around 180
Anyone's wondering. Perfect. Right down the middle. Be good. Be the right club today. It's going to be long, isn't it? No, it's going to be just off. That's not the worst it could be, but you guys all know my chipping stinks in this game. So, it's probably going to still be like 30 feet. Yep. There we go. My chipping comes to fruition as always. Let's see if I can make a putt for par, though. Maybe I can make the putt. No way I'm making this. Nope, going to be low, and I'm still going to have a long putt for bogey. That's going to be a tough one there.
Okay, let's see what you can do with this.
I do like these left to right putts, though, so hopefully I can make it, and I do. Okay, so bogey to start out. Not the worst start, but definitely not the best. I'm not playing on the furthest tees either, by the way. I'm playing on the second furthest tees just because it was like 7,300 yards, and some of the holes were really weird. Like from the back tees, there would have been like a 550-yard par 4, and I'm just like, no. So I'm just not doing that, but this one's a little more manageable, and hopefully I can play well, shorter tees, play it forward, all that jazz. Can I stay on the green for this one? Can I stay on the green? No, I'm going to roll off, aren't I? Yep, going to be just off. Oh, well, there. It's going to be another chip, it looks like, 17 yards. We'll just go full power on this one, and then it's actually going to roll out, isn't it? Yep. It's actually going to roll out because it's more power. And it's going to roll back a little bit. I'm using the backstop. Nice. That's actually not a terrible chip. It's going to be like 4 feet from par. Exactly 4 feet from par. How about that? And there is a par. Okay. You 119 to 11, if nobody knows. They were pretty dominant all week. I think I guessed like a 17-13 final for the scoreline for the U.S., so they even did better than I thought. And honestly, I thought they were probably going to get to 20 points for the majority of this tournament because that's just how good they were playing. They were just absolutely lighting it up. That was a really good drive, by the way. 312, 315, nice. Good drive there. So it's a par 5. It is a par 5. Okay, I didn't even realize how far this hole was. 245 carry, so I'm going to bring it up a little bit. So hopefully I can get a little more spin on this, or I can just hook it into the bunkers, or even right of the bunkers. Yikes. But yeah, 19 to 11 was the final score. It was 14 and a half to, I believe, 3.5 going into Sunday. So that was a very good job by the internationals to get some points on the board in the singles round and actually play well there. Good for them. They didn't give up, which very good for them, or very well for them for not giving up and actually trying the whole way through. That's good. Speaking of good, that's not a bad chip, and I'm going to have a birdie putt. So that's not terrible. But yeah, the Americans just absolutely dominated that entire event. That was just absolute, utter dominance by the U.S. They're just buddy now, honestly. Everyone on that team is just such good friends, and they want to play with each other, and they like playing with each other. It's not like put Phil and Tiger together, who are basically rivals on the course, and really don't like each other that much when they're playing. And it's like trying to pair them together, which they actually tried to do in the Ryder Cup one time. Like trying to do that, that's a bad move. But they're just so fun. It's more like a friendly competition between them as opposed to like an absolute rivalry, which kind of helps a little bit because they're like, we want to be the first, we want to be the one that makes the winning putt and stuff like that. So it's like they're trying to outdo each other that way, not necessarily like rivalry, like, oh man, like you're like, it's not like a bad thing that they're having a little competition within themselves. But it's actually a good thing because they're like buddy, they're having fun. Same thing with like Justin Thomas and Ricky Fowler. That was a terrible putt. If anyone was wondering. Oh boy, that's gonna be like a 10-footer coming back. Oh boy.
10-footer here. This is
10 feet. Yeah, like Kevin Kisner and Phil Mickelson were two older guys on the team, and they were still like being buddy and having fun together. It was a lot of fun just watching the interaction between the players and how they were just like enjoying each other's company, like having fun with their shots and stuff. It was a lot of fun to see, and really different from how like the Cup teams have been for a while, basically, for the U.S. team. Basically, since like the 70s and 80s when you had Jack and Palmer and like all those players playing together. It was the first time they really dominated like that in such a long time. I know last year's Ryder Cup was kind of similar. The U.S. did really well on American soil, but it also had a very similar group of cast members. So I can kind of see why they're doing really well together. And honestly, this should continue for a while, just seeing how much they enjoyed each other, how good their partnership were, and how dominant they looked. A lot of them were playing really good golf, like Dustin Johnson, Jordan Spieth, Justin Thomas, all came off really good performances in the FedEx Cup, so they were playing well. Is that going to be a birdie putt? Ooh, just the right. It was a little bit of a double breaker, so I'm kind of okay with that. And I should get a par out of it, so again, not bad. But looking at them, they are looking really solid. Even post singles round, they were just having fun laughing at each other's jokes and stuff like that. Some of them a little inappropriate, so I'm not going to repeat them. But they were having fun together, hanging out, just having a good time, doing stuff, just having fun. And that's really all these competitions should be, is just having fun and just hanging out with each other. And hopefully winning some matches with it's a nice friendly competition. That's all that it really is. And I'm going to miss this one left because I pushed it. And I'm going to have a tough putt coming back because I put way too much power on that. Good job, me. I appreciate my existence in this game, and I'm going to make another bogey because I'm just so bad. My putting is not great. But yeah, they were winning 14.5. Oh, no, I missed that one too. That is definitely not what the U.S. was doing putting-wise this weekend. They were putting lights out. 14.5 to 3.5
for the round
going into Sunday. I was watching on Saturday thinking, could they clinch it on Saturday? That would be unprecedented if they did that. Clinching the Cup like a day before even the singles matches were out, like not clinching it in the final session, like doing it before that would be crazy. Like, it almost did happen. They had 7.5 out of 8 points on Saturday during the two sessions, and they almost did. They won. They got 3.5. They got 3 points on Saturday on the morning session. Right? Yeah, they got 3.5 points on the morning session. They had to sweep the second session, which they almost did. They were close in one match, and then they just fell off a little bit at the end, but they won their other 3, so they got 3 of the 4 points there. So they got 6.5 of the 8 points on Saturday. And that wasn't even their best day. I think Friday, wraparound birdie, nice. I should be more excited that I got a birdie, but I'm not even going to be that excited. But
so a nice drive out on this one.
They got 4.5 out of 5 points on Friday, so the Internationals only got a half a point on Friday, which would be crazy. I'm gonna actually lay back there a 3-wood because I don't want this rolling over off the edge of the fairway, which it still might anyway because this fairway is really short. Oh boy, I did bad. I did a bad. Roll straight into the fairway. Nope, I did a bad. That's what I did. I did a bad. What are we? 75%. Gonna go 6-iron out of here. Why not? Perfect. Did I hit it too much? No, I'm gonna leave it short. But honestly, that's not a bad leave. I like that shot, actually. Before we get back into that, that was honestly not a bad second shot. I appreciate that. That was not bad whatsoever. But you know what is going to be bad is my chipping. Oh boy.
This one for the save.
But yeah, the U.S. just absolutely dominated the team sessions, as they should. Like, oh, am I going to save par here? Oh, lip out. There, but they should be dominating those team sessions. They just
all right, let's check the scorecard here.
Actually, in the President's Cup, where there's 8 different countries being represented, as opposed to probably like 4 for the European teams in the Ryder Cup. So they have a lot. It's going to be a lot more difficult for them to mesh and just like get along and make solid partnerships. But with the U.S., like the partnerships are a lot more stable, especially since they're all from the same country, and they're a lot more unified than the international squad, I would think, just because of the circumstances. Like having 8 different countries try to come together and like become one common team and get one common goal with each other. It's a lot more different than having 12 people from the same country trying to come together, which would be a lot simpler. So honestly, the U.S. should dominate the team. Whoever has the most quality, and on that day, the internationals had more quality. And honestly, those Sunday matches just go to show you even more how much like team chemistry matters in something like the President's Cup, where you have the U.S. team all from the same country, all unified, and then the internationals that are all like from different countries and actually have need a lot more time to actually gel and mesh and stuff. So honestly, the singles matches just show you even more that the U.S. should be dominating the team session, just because even though the international team had a lot of quality and won the majority of the matches on Sunday,
great putt in there for the par.
The U.S. team a lot better chemistry and therefore will do better in the team competition. So 39 on the front, not the worst 9 I can have.
Let's put this drive in the fairway.
Absolutely not, but I would like to do better on the back. Maybe get to even par, maybe. That would be interesting. And something I didn't even realize, if anyone was wondering, Royal Melbourne was a former host of the President's Cup and actually will host the President's Cup when the internationals are the home squad. So I completely forgot that was a thing. So technically I was playing at a future President's Cup place. So that was pretty good. And speaking of good, what a shot there from the rough. Maybe I can get a birdie here and get it back to 2 over for the day. Boom. There we go. Solid. So, that is my analysis of President's Cup. Looking forward now for the U.S. at Ryder Cups, honestly, they should do a lot better. They have a lot more chemistry than in the past. Like, they had a lot of chemistry before because, like I said, same country, same goal, all can figure that out. But they just seem a lot more united now, especially since they're all really good friends and support each other a lot more than the U.S. teams of the past. Roll back towards the hole a little more. Good shot.
For the bird.
So I think they're going to be a lot more unified and a lot easier to succeed in team competitions such as the Ryder Cup, President's Cup, Walker Cup, all those sort of competitions. So honestly, I'm not going to say the U.S. is going to win every team match going forward for the next 10 years because that would be a very bold statement, but I see them playing a lot better, like making it a lot more competitive, especially President's Cup, the U.S. is most likely going to win unless something disastrous happens, just because of how the competition works and who's playing it and such. But in the Ryder Cup, where it's a lot more competitive, I definitely see the U.S. being more competitive going forward. There's been a little bit of a shift. Earlier on in the Ryder Cup, it was basically like the President's Cup, where it was a lot less competitive and the U.S. was winning everything. And then the past couple decades or so, the European team has definitely come on strong and been basically dominant over the U.S., and there might be a little bit of a shift here. That's kind of what I'm saying at this point. Can I make another birdie? Get there. Oh, I went left? I thought it was going right the whole way, but it turned back left at the hole. That's a little strange. But it should give me a good opportunity to make par. I'm not going to hit it. Are you kidding me? I didn't put enough brake on it, or I didn't hit it. So now that's a 3-putt bogey from like 15 feet.
3 over.
What am I doing? Still even par on the backside. I can't really complain about that. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about the team competitions. Like, very excited going forward for the U.S. Hopefully they can get back on track with the Ryder Cup.
Nice. Should be in the fairway.
Hopefully they can get back on track there. That's not a good drive. Come back a little more? No.
Well,
nope. That's going to be a bad drive there. I'm going to have to try to hit it under these trees. Yeah, you know what? 6-iron. Just do it. See what happens. It's probably going to be a little right because of the lie. It is. Jump over the bunker. No. It just hopped the bunker, and now I'm going to have a chip shot.
Ooh,
but
look at you,
I'm not good at chipping anyway, so it probably doesn't matter that much. But hopefully it can actually do something. No, it checked. Unless I get full power, it checks on me, and it's not going to get to the hole. But it is going to be a par. No, are you kidding me? These greens turn a lot more than you think. Like, this one doesn't seem to have a lot of break, but I have to play this outside the hole to even have a chance of getting this in. It makes no sense whatsoever. Like, I don't get it. Now I'm 1 over for the backside. Downhill a decent here. Downhill 8 yards about. So it's going to be playing 160. A little downwind. 7-iron's probably the way to go here, so I'm just going to blast the 7-iron. I was fast a little on the downswing. Hopefully that doesn't hurt as much. Oh, I pulled it. That would have been perfect distance, too. That was perfect distance, but I pulled it, and now we're in a bad spot here. Full swing gap wedge chip. Oh, what a shot. What a shot. Sit a little bit. Okay, I can make that putt. Based on my performance today, I'm probably not going to make this putt, but we're going to try anyway. Nope, I'm going to lip it out. Come on. Just as I say, there's more break to these putts than I think. It's completely straight, and I lip it out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the President's Cup. Let me know your opinions of the President's Cup down in the comments. Let me know predictions for future President's Cup, Ryder Cups, based on team performance this week, the past few years, etc. I just carried that tree. I'm pretty happy about that one. And right down the middle of the fairway. Nice. But yeah, the new PGA Tour season starting out this week. To be completely honest, like you finished the Tour Championship 2 weeks ago, and then you have the President's Cup the week immediately after. Oh, that's going to be way right, isn't it? It's not. It's pretty right, but maybe I can get in the fairway now. You have the President's Cup immediately a week after that, which is actually put on by the PGA Tour. Like the Ryder Cup's put on by the PGA of America. The President's Cup's put on by the PGA Tour. And then you immediately have the start of the next FedEx Cup, this 2017-18 FedEx Cup, starting right now, this week with the Safeway Open in, I believe, like Napa Valley area.
Okay, we're about
I believe that's where the tournament is. I do have a birdie putt here. Boop. Nope, I'm not even going to get this. Nope, sit. I hit that way too hard. Oh, boy. I believe it's in Napa Valley area, so
okay,
solid tournament there. Apparently, Phil's playing there this week, too. I'm going to miss that one, aren't I? Yep, easiest hole in the course of the week, Bogey. My putting is trash, per usual, and I'm going to make that one, okay. But yeah, apparently Phil, after the President's Cup this week, is going to play in the Safeway Open, which makes no sense. I'm not sure why he should. He's
Okay, let's send this
probably
little
dead
ball
out of
on
his
its
mind
way.
just from all the intensity and the just emotion of the tournament. And then he's going to fly cross country to play in the Safeway Open and start the FedEx Cup season there. I don't understand how he's going to do it. I don't understand why he decided it would be a good idea to do it. Maybe he committed before he got selected for the President's Cup. Who knows?
Very nice.
But in
All right,
either
and
case,
we are about 160 yards or
it's
so.
going to be interesting to see how he plays. I'm good to get a few FedEx Cup points early, I guess,
Heading
if you want to
for the
think about it
green.
that way. But honestly, they're not a big. The fall events aren't that big. Like, you have a couple international events. Like, I think they go to Thailand at one point. They go to China for a WGC event. But besides that, there's really nothing that spectacular about the fall series. They're trying to make it more and more important just because they added it to the FedEx Cup schedule. So they're trying to get better players playing it. But for a lot of the players that played in the President's Cup, Ryder Cup, all those big name players, the end of their season was the President's Cup. Like, maybe they'll play in one of the FedEx Cup events.
See what happens here.
Maybe they'll go play internationally in like a European Tour event, like finish the European Tour schedule if they have, if they're playing on that tour, if they have their card there in Europe too, like if you win a major, you have a European Tour status, all that stuff. Status, that was the word that I was trying to look for. If you have status on the European Tour, play there. They might go play in Australia, the Australian Open, or the Australian Masters, I believe it's called. That's a pretty important event. Jordan Spieth has won that a couple times. So maybe they'll decide to play out there, but not a lot of them play a lot of golf, and not a lot of them play in like FedEx Cup events until January, which is a little disappointing because you would want to see your best golfers play as much as possible, but they do need a break sometimes. They just went through a rigorous schedule of playing basically every week or every other week on the tour, just playing and having fun, doing all their jazz there. Am I even going to get this to the hole? I am. Wow, that was actually a lot better distance control than I expected. No, it's not. It's actually 65. What am I talking about? Where am I at right now? I'm at 6 over. Okay. That's not terrible. Am I going to make par here? Yes, I am going to make par. Nice. Is that the last hole? Are we even close? Yeah, we are entering the last hole right now.
Okay,
which is a 513-yard par 4. Which is also apparently the 16th hardest hole or the 3rd easiest hole on the golf course, which makes no sense.
Nice. Should be in the fairway.
Don't understand why that's a thing, but I'm going to hit the fairway. Okay. This is really weird for to have a 513-yard par 4 be the 16th easiest hole or 16th hardest hole.
50 yards to go here.
I don't understand why. Maybe because it's just a huge opening to the green and you can just blast it up there. I'm not sure. But in either case, this is weird. Hey, I'm going to hit the green. How about that? And then it's going to go over the green. Then I'm going to have to chip it. Okay. I would still rather have this as a par 5, but oh well. Sit. Okay, thank you. It actually checked. I'm happy that it checked. Thank you for doing that. I'm just going to keep this straight. Just hopefully blast it in there. Boom.
Good putt. Well done.
Hopefully some of the big tour players actually play in some of the FedEx Cup events besides the WGC. That's really the only FedEx Cup event they play. And maybe like Thailand or Kuala Lumpur. I'm not sure. I forgot where it was, but hopefully we see some more tour players playing in some of the events in the U.S. But besides that, there's really not much else to say. President's Cup was a lot of fun. It was the most golf I probably watched in like 6 months. Very happy about that. It's 77 today. Not bad there either. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. Have fun. Enjoy watching the Safeway Open, even if some of the best players aren't playing in it. Hopefully you find like a new favorite golfer that's like either on the rise or just like playing without a lot of popularity. Hopefully you can find someone very cool to watch and just have a lot of fun there. But yeah, that's going to do it from me. So if you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and drop it with a like. Go ahead and subscribe if you want more from me. And I will see you guys with a new video real soon. Bye.